So, silver and gold, are they stores of wealth? Are they investments? Are they money? I submit that they are all three. When you look at the definition there, the simple definition, and everybody's going to have a different idea of what a word actually includes or means, and so, the language just works that way. Putting capital to use today in order to increase value over time. Okay, so if I put a $10 bill in a box, bury it, 50 years, dig it back up, what's it going to be? What's the value of that $10 bill going to be? Now, the immediate reaction is going to be, about $1. No, it's going to be worth $10. It didn't change. It's still a $10 bill. Its purchasing power is reduced because everything increased in price, but it's still a $10 bill, right? It still has a value of $10. Now, when I buy metals, when I buy silver, when I buy gold, and you can look at any chart you want. And if you look at the charts from, say, 1990 to today, you're going to see that gold has increased, silver has increased, platinum has increased, palladium has increased. They have increased over time very dramatically differently, though. Gold has climbed consistently, silver's climbed, but it's had like some crazy bobby, nosedivey spike kind of a thing, and platinum and palladium are even worse. But if you look at the number from 1990 and then you draw a straight line over to where they're at, they have increased in time. And that's what this is saying, increase in value over time. The spikes, take them out of there. The nosedives, take them out of there. Where did it start in 1990 and where did it end up today? You will see that they have increased in value. And that is an investment. That, by definition, also is a store of wealth because they are, especially if you kept a little bit of all three metals, or all four metals, you would be coming out, it's lower. So if you just buy gold, you're at going to be at one level of increase. If you add silver into the mix, now you're going to be at a different level of increase. You put in platinum and palladium, you're going to be at a different level of increase. So they are a store of wealth, and depending on how you ratioed, you could be coming out in different positions. And I know because I have more silver and platinum than I do gold, and so my increase has been different than somebody who just had gold. So we're talking about whether it's an investment or not, store of wealth, or whether it's money. It's money because you take a piece of gold and you hand it to just the average intelligent human being, and I'm using that word very loosely because there are a few people that have got videos that confuse the hell out of me. You go to YouTube, you look for these videos where they're offering somebody a $20 bill or an ounce of gold, and the people are taking the $20 bill, and I'm scratching my head thinking, what? Now, I will add that I think that there's a possibility that the person looking at that thinks that that piece of gold might not actually be a real legitimate piece of gold, and so they might be thinking, well, I'm not taking the risk, I'm just going to take the $20 bill. And in that case, I give them credit for being intelligent, understanding human nature. Nobody's going to give them a $2,000 piece of gold, right? But the ones that would just say, I don't know what gold is, I don't know what it's about, I have no clue, and I'm just going to take a 20, those people I'm just like, I don't know, man. You couldn't figure out that piece of gold is probably worth more than $20. But maybe they didn't want to put up with the frustration. The fiat's just easier, right? But by and large, people know that gold is valuable. They know that it has some value. They may not understand it. They may not know what the dollar value is. They may not understand the difference between fiat and gold and silver and all that. But they do know that gold and silver have some kind of value, and so they would know that they had been used for money. Anybody that didn't fail U.S. history or world history 101 would know that silver and gold has had monetary value. Are they an investment? They're an investment. They're a store of value because they're holding it. They're a commodity, so they are an investment. This is the one that kills me. Is we want to cringe when we hear the word, or when we cringe at the word investment because some little gump who got taken by a pumper dumper comes into our video feed attacking us, saying that You would have been better off investing in the Dow. That's a big question mark there. When I was looking at the charts the other day, I think that gold performed very well over the years. But that aside, they're attacking that, silver sucks, gold sucks, you all are crazy, what are you doing this for, and go invest in Bitcoin, I'd have done better in Bitcoin. Well, that's all great, that's all good and well, but the fact of the matter is, one investment performs better than another investment. Can we at least agree on that? Some investments go to the moon, some investments don't. Some investments are slower and more gradual and less risky. It's still an investment, isn't it? We need to stop worrying about what these little gumps have to say about whether gold is an investment or not. It is an investment. It is a store of wealth. And it is money. It's money, again, because we know that we can take it and somebody will give us something for it. It doesn't work exactly the way it did 150 years ago or even 100 years ago, but we still know that it's worth something to somebody for something else. So it could be used for money. The fact that it's a commodity these days, well, I'm sorry, but commodity by definition is an investment. I mean, I love the old show Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, where they're going back and forth about the pork bellies, and so these two old men are basically they end up trying to make a bunch of money on commodities, and so that's it. It's an investment. It doesn't matter whether it being an investment, it's irrelevant whether you're buying and it's paying a dividend kind of a thing, or if it's just increasing in value because people are wanting it more, or because of inflation or whatever, or if it's actually something that where you're, say, buying it and the price is jumping and bobbing and weaving and the whole buy low, sell high. Is that not an investment? When you invest in the stock market to buy low and sell high, that's an investment. You may have to actually do a little work. You may have to check the stock market, which we all know. We've all got that mental image of say the 70s or the 60s or whatever, with Dad with a pipe in his mouth checking the newspaper to see what the stock market's doing today. And so these are investments, and different investments work in different ways, and different investments have different ways of paying out. I know they're an investment because I've mentioned it before, but let's just take my rhodium for example. I bought it somewhere during 2015. If you go to the charts, there is a point where it's under $1,000. That's where I bought it. And it was a complete fluke. I don't want anybody to think that I did this on purpose. I just thought one day, hey, I'm going to buy some rhodium. That's what happened. There was no rhyme or reason to it. There was no calculation, no understanding. I just bought a little bit. It wasn't going to kill me financially, and I just wanted to have some. And then I checked the price again, and it had shot to the moon. And so you see that it's putting capital to use today in order to increase its value over time. Well, I sold it. I paid under $1,000, and I sold my rhodium. Well, I didn't sell it, but I traded for silver when it went up like 16 times or so what I had purchased it for. Is that not increase in value over time? That's a metal. Rhodium is a metal. I bought it today in order to increase its value over time, which is exactly what happened. My silver. I got silver sitting, and I was just looking at some of my receipts. Me and the wife went through, and all of our silver and gold and all of our metals we went through. And we tagged every single 20-ounce tube, broke out the receipts, and wrote down exactly what we paid for that tube and how much it was per ounce. Because she's kind of an organizational freak, and I just thought she'd get a kick out of doing it, and I thought maybe get her mind back into the metals and everything. And so we did that. I let her do it, actually. And so we're going through, and I've got metals in there that I didn't even buy too long ago that are worth 30-40% more than I paid for them. I got tubes in there I bought for, say, $300 that are worth, $600 or $450 or close to $500 or whatever, with the premiums and whatever else I could get out of them, that they've increased. Even if you just count the base spot price, they've gone up 50%. A lot of them have. And so, is that not an increase in value over time? That is an investment. And it is money. I could take these silver out, and somebody somewhere is going to trade me a silver round. I know, because I took a gun one time and traded it for a van. Things have value. Somebody wants some silver. They want, they're okay with. Oh, okay. I know I know the value of that, and so I will give you this much product for that much silver. There's people out there who would do that. Hell, I don't know if the Amish do it, but hell, they seem like the first ones to jump on that kind of bandwagon, that kind of personality anyways, where they don't want to be in the system. So it is a store of wealth because it is increasing, or it is holding its value. It's definitely an investment because it's increasing in value over time, especially when you learn to play the metals off each other, just like you would do with the stock market. You play the stock market. It's the same thing. So it's money, it's an investment, like it's a commodity, and it's a store of wealth. It's all of these things. Silver stackers need to stop bowing down to these little twit sorts who come in here whining that silver sucks because they got taken by a con artist, and well, this it's not a real investment. This over here is an investment. We're afraid to say it's an investment because it doesn't have the same payout as Bitcoin. The hell with that. It is an investment. It is an investment. When you look at what an investment is and how silver works as a commodity, it is an investment. Let's not be afraid. Let's not let these little... I'm not letting some jackass who got taken by a pumper-dumper tell me what is and isn't an investment. Let's just put it that way. I mean, may as well just be blunt here. Anyways, I've been rambling on long enough about this. Y'all have a great day, and for those people who are on the fence about this, stay on the fence until you've really learned how get a game plan together before you start getting into silver. What I would suggest is go buy an ounce or two. If you're wanting to get into this, go buy an ounce or two. Just start with that. You don't have to go nuts. And as a side note, anybody that ever tries to get you to buy silver like it's going to go to the moon, ask yourself one question. If it's going to go to the moon, why are you selling it to me now for less? And that right there ought to tell you to run like hell. Never buy something off somebody that they're telling you is going to explode in value, because they're lying to you, and they know they're lying to you, because if it was going to increase in value, they would hold on to it and sell it themselves at the increased price. Y'all have a great day.